evening. It's the Sunshine Club. Thanks for coming in to another version of the Latonia Baptist Church Sunshine Club. And I'm Gene Archbold, the co-host. Janice Hacker is our longtime co-host. And our guest tonight is the one, the only, the famous Bobby Mackey from Wilder, Kentucky, who has a long and impressive career in the music business. Bobby?
Had to fish for that word, didn't you? Wasn't quite
I was fishing for the right word.
Okay.
You did good, and I'm glad to be here with you all today.
I've heard your name for years and years, and knew you did music and had the place in Wilder and the Ghost, and I mean, I've heard all kinds of stories, but it's finally nice to meet you.
It's nice to see you all, and we've been consistent anyway through the years. Coming up on 31 years in September.
Oh my gosh.
At Wilder? In Wilder?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I understand you got your start, you were born, raised in near Vanceburg, Tollsboro,
Lewis
Kentucky.
County. Lewis County, Kentucky.
Lewis County, rather. Yep.
Vanceburg is the county seat. It's east of Maysville. It's between Maysville and Vanceburg. Little town called Concord. And my dad ran a grocery store there when I was a baby, and so I was partly raised in the grocery store. My mother worked in the grocery store and took care of me at the same time.
Now, were they musical? Did they play instruments? Or?
Well, my dad's uncle was a champion fiddle player in the area. Played for all the square dances and everything. And my mom played guitar and sang a little bit. She taught me the chords when I got my first guitar. My oldest brother bought me a guitar for Christmas when I was 8 years old, and so I learned to play from what Mom had taught me, and music was a big part of my life since I can remember.
Now I'm going to ask you a strange question, you may think. Do you read music?
No, I don't.
All right, and see, this is what's so fascinating to me. I read music, but I don't play anything well at all. But people who don't read music and they can learn to play instruments and do a beautiful job, that just awes me. I think it's wonderful.
Well, I guess it comes more natural, I guess. I've taken some music lessons and things, but I never did pick up on the notes and all that.
Well, it hasn't hurt you at all.
No.
Well, when you're playing, do you see notes? Do you see words? Do you see the strings of the guitar? What do you see when you're in your mind's eye when you're
I hope I see people enjoy it. But it's a communication with people. The words, the songs.
Well, did you start
melodies.
singing in church or
Yes.
on the street corner or
in
school?
church? In church, the Concord Christian Church.
That's where a lot of people start, in church choirs
Yep.
and singing in church.
And I sung at talent contests. My mother would take me to. There would be a contest held at maybe a neighboring school or even the school where I went to school. But at 4 years old, she took me to a neighboring school, and I sang "Your Cheating Heart," old Hank Williams song, and won first prize, $5 bill.
Oh,
at
my
the age of
goodness.
4 years old. Yeah.
Now, do you still have that dollar? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You still have that dollar bill?
That $5 bill? No, I don't.
$5
No,
bill,
I don't have it. It got stuck in my overall pocket. The pocket got stuck. It's probably still in there because I'd heard my dad tell my mother that they used to take him to that contest. He's too shy, too bashful. He won't sing. He won't do it. Well, he didn't go. He stayed at the grocery store. So Mom and another lady took me to the contest at the school, and when I sang, of course, I remember being scared to death. The crowd was so noisy. They were clapping their hands and hollering, and it scared me to death. And Mom come up to the stage and got me, and I jumped off the stage into her arms and hid my face. And I remember her saying that it's because they like you. They're making that noise because they like you. Don't be afraid. That's because they like you. Anyway, I won the $5 bill. And when I got to the store, I put it in this pocket. It had a snap on it. It was a bib overalls. And when I got back to the store, Dad was still working in the store, so I hit the ground running, and I went running in the door hollering, "Daddy, I got it," but I couldn't get the snap. So I wanted it in my hand. I wanted to show it to him, but it got stuck. So maybe it's still in there. I don't know.
Now, there's a record when you were 12. Did you do some recording at an early age?
Yeah, not that young, but I did some recording with just a regular reel-to-reel tape recorder, just playing and singing.
Well, when was your first record?
My first record was, I believe that was in like '73, that I recorded locally at Jewel Recording. I got with a band, Red Jenkins and the Country Lads, in 1970, in the fall, and started playing nightclubs, and have been since. And I got the nightclub in 1978, and it's been great. I've recorded in Nashville, and I've had some hit records, and I've been on the road and played things. I had a Pepsi Man record out that was in the top 50 in the national charts. And
what's a Pepsi Man record?
Well, I had a song called Pepsi Man. It was a record. The title of the song was Pepsi Man.
Oh, I see.
And it was a hit, and Pepsi promoted it, and we went around. The band and I went around across the country playing at Pepsi Riley's. They would use the song, and it was motivational things for their local bottlers. We went all over, and they would put on a dinner at like a Howard Johnson's or something for the local bottler. All the drivers and stuff, they would come in and they'd feed them a steak dinner, and they would know I was there. And when entertainment time came, the curtain would come up, and here I was, dressed in a Pepsi suit, just like they wear when they deliver the Pepsis, because that's what it's about. It's about a driver delivering Pepsis. Anyway, it was fun, and I've had a lot of fun over the years, and been fortunate enough to do what I wanted to do, playing music.
Did your parents have any, advice about maybe not going into music, about maybe doing something else, or were they encouraging to you? Or?
No, they were always very encouraging. They never ever insinuated that I shouldn't do it. They were always proud and always encouraging me to do it, never in a way.
A lot of parents say, well, get an education or go to college or do this or that, something to fall back on.
Well, Dad wanted me to go to college. My older brother, 2 years older than me, had gone to college, and Dad had assumed that I was going to, just like he did. And it came time in the summer leading up to the fall when I'd be going to college. I would have gone to Moorhead if I would have gone, up in Moorhead, Kentucky. And Dad got upset when he mentioned to me, I should be, making plans and preparing to go to college. And I said, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to college. I want to play music. And he got upset, and very upset with me. And he never talked to me for a few weeks. He got that upset. He thought I was going to just follow suit with my older brother and go on to college, and I just didn't want to go.